everyone, welcome back to the channel. So we're going to be continuing with this page today from Johanna Basford Small Victories. So we've been doing limited colour palette. It's only using sort of two pencils, blue and yellow on that one, and some Posca pen in the background. But I did ask you all what colour you thought I should do this one, and some people said purple and green, some people said purple and orange. So I thought I would go with purple and orange on this one because I wanted to do this pink and that'd look nice with green. That'd look nice being pink and green. So this one I'm going to do purple and orange. As for this one, I've no ideas yet. So if you've got any suggestions for this one, drop that in the comment of this video. But just before we get started on that, I have just popped up a video of me binding this book. So I've used this binding system and I've bound this book so that there's no tricky spine getting in the way of my colouring. So I've done it step by step, I've done it in real time. So if you want to know how to bind your book with these accessories, head on over and you'll find that on the channel. So I'm going to move that out the way now, or on the floor, because it just fell on the floor. And we'll move this little tripod. So purple and oranges. So I have picked out some colours and they're all rolling off everywhere, so that's fun. So I thought on this one, why we did a lighter background on this one, I thought we'd do the background on this one darker. So I'm going to go for the purple in the background on this one, and then the florals are going to be the oranges. So we're going to start off with the background first, and I'm going to start off with a lighter colour, so light red violet 135, and I'm going to do the same thing we did on this one. I'm just going to get into all the little background areas, trying to decide what is background and what isn't. So I'm going to start at the top. So light layer with this colour. This is our lightest purple, so you just want to get rid, we're just getting rid of all the white space, aren't we? So I found, I don't normally go on to colouring pages on Facebook, but I found a Johanna Basford Facebook page. It sort of got suggested, you know, when you scroll on Facebook and it comes up with suggested pages. It brought two Johanna Basford Facebook groups up on my suggestions, so I joined them and I thought I'll post my little pages what I've put up, and oh my gosh, I've been inundated. It's been notification after notification on my phone. It's been going ding ding ding. I couldn't keep up with the likes and comments over there. I posted this and some of my other colouring pages that I've been doing. So if you've found my channel from over there, hello and welcome. Welcome to the channel. I think it took me last night to bind that book. It took me about 45 minutes. If it wasn't perforated, it would have took me longer. But it was quite nice that it was perforated. It made my job a little bit easier. I'm just going to bring this out to those little dots there, and then we'll start on the bottom section. So I'm not sure, yeah, that's just swingy bits, isn't it? So that would be in between there. That colour would be the background. I'm not sure about this bit, whether that bit, no. I'm going to keep that as the design. I'm not going to do that bit as the background. We're going to do that as something else, I think. Sometimes you just got to make your own mind up on an illustration, because people will, you know, see it is different. Some will see that as the background area, some won't. That's all the fun. See, that looks like a rope as well, like a swingy rope. I don't know, maybe that one is as well. Oh, let's do it as background. Sod it, as they say. Apologise. Yeah, it's been background now. If it wasn't, it's tough. It's your colouring book, as they say. It just looks so much better already when you get rid of all that white. Get rid of all that white area, it's like, bam, add a bit of colour to the page. And if the door goes, I will have to rush to the door, because my partner's just informed me that there's a plane charge kit coming for the kids today. Don't ask me about consoles, I have not got the foggiest. But yeah, whatever a plane charge kit is, that will be a knock on the door. So I'm going to go for a darker purple now, and I think, I don't know whether to go for my pinky purple. See, that's like a sort of a, I would call that a pinky kind of purple, what I've just put down. And then this one's a brighter one, crimson. I don't know whether to, no, I'll go for a dark purple. We'll go for a dark purple for the corners. Purple Violet 136. I'm going to use this one to do it darker at the edges. So like I did on this one, we sort of went darker. Where did we go darker? It was right round the edges on that one. Yeah, let's start down here. So I'm using a medium pressure, and then as we get closer to the centre I'm easing off, so we're sort of blending that darkness in towards the centre. Getting between these leaves very carefully, because I want them to be orange. Those flowers and leaves are going to be orange. Maybe there'll be a little few elements of the crimson that I've just showed you, the bright pinky purple colour. But yeah, I think it was a good idea to go for purple and orange on this one. Then I can do pink and green on the one below it. Because I think pink and green go nice together, don't they? They look really soft and delicate. Because I knew I wanted it pink, and then I think green's your best colour to go with pink, to be honest. And yellow and purple would have looked nice as well, but it'd been too much yellow at the side of that one, I think. Yellow and purple's nice together. Like my nails. It definitely would have been like my nails today if I'd have done that. Do the purple and orange and purple and green remind you of Halloween? Whenever I see those colours together, I think Halloween. I've been on the search this morning. I've found some now, but I've been on the search this morning for some school skirts for my daughter that have nothing fancy on them, so no like a little dangler bits, no like belt detailing, buckle flaps or anything. Basically a plain pleated skirt with a zip up the side of the skirt. She's very particular with clothes. She's got sensory processing disorder and autism, so she likes things being the same. So her skirts are like that at the moment, so, and they're too small, and she won't wear this elasticated waist skirt that I got because she wants them to be the same. So I've searched everywhere this morning for one with a zip up the side. Couldn't find any in her size, so I've had to come home and look online, and I've found one online, but they're not the cheapest of skirts, put it that way. I could have got them a lot cheaper getting a different sort of design, but she won't have it. She will not have it. So yeah, that was fun. Right, I think I might do a bit of darkness under here, so it looks like there's a bit of a shadow under there maybe. and around here, and then just pull it out a little bit. Use small circular motions to pull the colour out. Light pressure. Pull the colour out there. Same under here. And we'll do the same on the other side. So thank you anyway to the lovely subscriber who let me know that she'd watched an interview with Johanna Basford, and she was saying that the new book's going to have a mix of larger illustrations and smaller ones, so hopefully I'll like it, because if it has some smaller sort of designs like this inside it, it'll be perfect. Perfect. I can't wait to see. It's quite a long way away yet, isn't it? October. It's quite a while to wait. Right, I'm going to go over, move up to the top section now. So I'm going to go around these areas here. So here we've just created a shadow around the bottom bits. I'm going to create a little shadow along the top bits. That outlining as well. I've got a frog in my throat. Where's that come from? That outline in there, how we did this in gold Posca, I'm going to do it either in gold Posca again, or I've got a silver Posca, but I don't know which colour to do yet. I don't know which colour I want to do. I will link all the products I'm using in the description, so if anyone's curious as to the Poscas I have or anything like that, I'll link them all. My Poscas came in a set of 4, so I got a black, a white, a gold and a silver. And I think they're the pin nibs. Are they called pin nibs? Or am I imagining that? I'm sure it's a pin on it somewhere. It's a 0.7mm bullet shaped. It's really, really nice and thin on the end though, so you can get into little tight areas. It's not like one of the chunky ones. I've got the chunky ones and I don't like them. Where's my chunky one so I can show you? Is this it? No, that's not it. I don't know where my chunky one's gone, but I don't like the chunky ones. Because all I use them for is fine details. So I prefer the thin nibs. My sister-in-law's just messaged me. Is Casper not doing sports club? He is doing sports club. Does she think he's not doing sports club? What's going on there? I'll message her back shortly. It's not today though, is it, sports club? Oh. Why are people scaring me? I thought sports club was Wednesday. Tell me it's not today. Oh dear me. I cannot remember all these things I have to do and be at. 5 children to juggle. So busy. I'll not know what to do with myself when I don't have to do any of this anymore, will I? I've got parents' evening coming up as well, and it happens to fall on the same day as I have to pick one of my girls up from netball practice at 5 o'clock, so I'm going to have to make the appointments for the morning instead. I think. Why have I got a frog in my throat? I better not be coming down with a cold again, I swear. The amount of colds I've had since Christmas is ridiculous. think I need to get some more of my granddad's honey just to soothe my throat a bit. Right, I'm going to leave it at that. And then I'm going to blend this a bit with a blender pencil, I think. But I'm not going to go in too harshly. I just need to get rid of that green what's on the end. So I'm just going to scrub it on a piece of scrap paper at the side of me. And then I'm going to very gently just go into the... I don't want to blend it to an inch of its life. I'm just smooshing it in a little bit around the lighter areas. You can use a blending pencil, you can use a white for this. You could even use an ivory to blend that bit if you wanted to. Just do that bit and just a little bit around the outsides here. My belly's rumbling again. Note to self, have breakfast before you start recording. I don't really eat breakfast though. Mine's more brunch, you know, in between breakfast and lunch, that kind of time. That's what I prefer. Too busy in the mornings, school runs and all that. Right, I'm going to leave mine at that. Oh, that's a beautiful background, isn't it? It's nice against that one as well. So I'm going to start going in with some oranges. I think I'll start with the leaves around the outside. So I'm going to go in first with my lightest colour, which is actually called Dark Chrome Yellow. But it's more of an orangey colour. But this is my lightest colour, and then we'll put the oranges on top. So I'm going to base all these leaves with this colour around the outside. Not those ones yet, so we'll just do these leaves around the edge. I think that's a jewel from there. We'll do these ones. Don't know what that is actually. So we're doing all the ones around the outside. Is that all of them? I think that's all of them. And then I'm going to go in with Cadmium Orange 111. And I'm going to do my usual. I think we need to get in a bit further, do we? Are we alright there? Are we alright at that angle? I don't want to zoom in too far and then you have an issue with blurring of the camera. So I'm going to make it darker at the top and then leave it lighter at the bottom. That's just how I like to colour leaves, especially the ones in this book, because they're teeny tiny. There's not much you can do with them in the way of doing any sort of shading. So it's my way of doing easy leaves. Base them all and then pop a little darker colour at the top of them. Simples, like that advert of the telly. I went onto all the car insurance quote things the other day, seeing if I could get my car insurance cheaper, but it's not really much. It's not really worth changing the difference. It was barely any difference. It was like £2 cheaper or something somewhere else. I thought it's not worth the faff changing it all over for the sake of £2, so I wasn't doing it. Right, I'm gonna do the big one now in the center. I'm gonna base them with Cadmium Orange 111. So I'm gonna base these biggest sections first. So I may as well do them all at the same time. Let's get rid of that white space. What's cropping up on my phone now? The amount of notifications I get in the morning. I should film at night time, then I don't get distracted. But then I get distracted by the kids, so I should just turn notifications off, shouldn't I? But then I'd never reply to anyone. I would literally never reply to anyone. I think the centre, I might pop some purples in the centre bit. What do you think? Pop some purples in there. Yeah, so I'll just keep that there for now. And then I'm going to go in with Dark Cadmium Orange 115. So how we did these ones here, I'm going to do the same effect on these ones. So making it darker at the bottom and top, and then leaving it lighter in the centre. So let's get going on that. And then if you remember, I didn't burnish these ones, so that we was left with that really bright highlight. Could hear something beeping then. I was trying to work out if it was in my house or outside somewhere. Oh dear. Or maybe it's on the TV, because I've left the TV on again. Oh, I shouldn't do that, should I? I've left the TV on downstairs again. I can hear voices and I'm thinking, what is that? It's just me scaring myself. Oh, I like that. This is looking pretty. I don't know which one's going to be my favourite now. This might end up being my favourite one. You can really go in, right at the edges, you can really go in with a hard pressure. You want it to be really dark and bold at the corners. And that will make your highlight look brighter as well. I'm going to turn you around a little bit so I can get a good angle on this. I think I'm having for my tea tonight Hunter's chicken. Does everyone know what Hunter's chicken is? It's like chicken breast with bacon, cheese and barbecue sauce on it. Yum. Gonna have that with chips. I know it's not the healthiest chips, but I'm gonna have that with chips. And then for afters, I'm gonna have apple crumble and custard. Yes. Yes, I am. The kids won't eat what we eat, so the kids won't be having Hunter's chicken. They'll be having something different. Probably sausage and mash. They like sausage and mash. Pet from my eldest daughter, who doesn't like potatoes because she's strange. It's so hard to cook for her because she literally won't eat potato in any form. She won't eat them mashed, roasted. She won't eat jacket potato. She won't eat it in any form, basically. The only chip potato she will eat is a McDonald's fry. That is it. She won't touch anything else. She won't even eat chippy chips. Now, if you're from the UK, you'll know that we get brought up on chippy. Chippy Friday, fish and chips, sausage, jumbo sausage and chips from the chippy, and everyone loves it. And my child don't. My stepdad doesn't like cheese. How strange is that? Who doesn't like cheese? Don't be all coming in the comment section now saying you don't like cheese. Yeah, he doesn't like cheese. He won't eat pizzas or anything because he doesn't like cheese. I'm like, how can you not like cheese? Everyone likes cheese. Clearly not. So yeah, misses out on everything really, because things like lasagna and things like that, what are nice, or any sort of pasta dishes with cheese, he won't eat those. Oh, I love how that looks. How beautiful does that look? I love it. I love it. I'm actually going to do, because that's orange, I'm going to do this bit round here purple and then the middle bit orange again. So I'm going to do this bit right, this flower right in the middle, the same colours as we've just used there. So I'm going to go back in with Cadmium Orange 111 first. I'm going to pop this colour in. The very centre, I'll probably put a bit of Posca or something like that in there. It's too tiny to get in with any sort of pencil work in there, it'd just be a pain. So going back in again with Dark Cadmium Orange 115, and again I'm going to do it darker in the centre and then pulling it into a lighter bit at the edge. So just like that, all the way around. I love like taking my time with these pages as well. I think sometimes when I've tried to do something on a larger scale as a colour along, I've kind of been rushing to try and get the video out because I can't film for longer than an hour. So it's nice to just be able to take my time on something like this. So I'm going to do the centre purple bit of that now. So I'm going to go in first with Light Red Violet 135. So we're just going to put a light layer, very light pressure of this colour. You're barely touching the page, we're just getting rid of the white space. I just find this is just my way of colouring. I think not everybody does it this way, putting a base down over everything, but we all find our own ways, don't we, what works for us, and that works for me. So now I'm going to go in with the Crimson 134. So this is like going to bring a bit of pinky colour to it, and I think, should I put this on the edge? I'm thinking of putting this on the tip. So instead of going darker in the middle section, I'm going to go darker on the tip. So yeah, why not? Just go for it. So right on the tip there. And then I'm just going to ease off the pressure towards the middle like that. That's nice. I feel like this pencil's going to snap on me though because it feels a bit too sharp. And you know when you just feel like it's going to go boosh at any second. It could do, yeah. It might. If it goes over, if it makes me put any lines on there, we're going over it with Posca pencil. It's not going to do too much damage if it does snap all of a sudden. Something so relaxing about limited colour palettes, because you're not thinking about, oh, what colours should I get out my case now. You're just working with the few colours that you've picked out. I think I've got about 6 colours. I think there's 6 or 7 colours, or should I say tones or shades of purples and oranges. There we go. So everything else around there and around the flower is going to be Posca. So now I just need to work out what colour I want to do these flowers down here and what colour I want to do these ones up here. I think I might do these the same colour as what I've just used, but with orange at the base and this colour on the tip, or the other way around. Yeah, let's go for it. Let's go for it. I'm going to go in with Cadmium Orange and put this on. Let's just do a base of it first. Cadmium Orange, let's put a base over all those little florals, just the top ones. So I think there's 6 of these flowers. 666. Oh, don't say that. And then with the Crimson 134, I'm just going to go on the tips. So I'm going to put a bit of this colour on the tip and then pull it down. Like that. So we've just got a bit of the orangey yellow left probably, you can't, where's my tripod not coming down anymore? Yeah, so you can kind of see where we've gone with this one. Just gives it a bit of difference. Really pretty together, them colours actually. Really pretty. That was a good idea. Blowing my own trumpet over here. I'm going to turn the big range just so I can get a good angle on these ones. They're like, she's upside down. Concentration phase. There, turn your back round now. And I'm going to do a similar thing on the ones at the bottom, I think. We'll do a similar kind of thing on these ones at the bottom. So I think what I'll do, go in with the cadmium orange 111 and base all these little cute little droppy flowers. Don't know what flowers they are, but they're very cute. And then I'm going to use the crimson 134, and we're going to do the same thing. So I'm going to have this crimson on the tips of these and just drag that colour up. That's really pretty. It looks really nice having some at the top and some at the bottom as well. There we go. And then I've just got these bits to think about now. So I think I'm going to go in with my lightest colour on these ones to start with. Dark Chrome Yellow 109. And we'll get that colour in there to start with. And then we're going to get some purple. We're going to get a purple shade, I think, in the middle bit. The middle bits. So I think I'm just going to fully go in light red violet 135. No, we'll just go in the middle bit. I'm indecisive on these parts, so I'm just going to go in with this at the tip and leave the little bit of dark chrome on the edge like that. I'm going to do the same with these bottom ones, why not? So we're going to put that darkness there and then leave the tip that dark chrome colour. There we go, and then everything else I'm going to do with the Posca. So I'm going to use the gold Posca, same as what I did last time. So I'm going to start off at the top, and I think I'm just going to pop it on these little bits at the bottom of the flowers. And then we'll start on these bits. I think it's the details what brings it together for me. I love the details. I love a good detail. So I will be spinning the book around just because I don't want to put my hand in any of this wet Posca, because if I smudge any of this pen I will cry. So I'm going to pop this colour into those little gems as well. So we're going to put it on these bits and on the gems. They're too tiny to faff around with. And then I'm going to do these little bits as well on top of the flowers there. Let's get this bit. Get that very middle bit now. All this nice gold. You don't have to use a Posca pen on here. If you've not got Posca pens, you can just use any gel pen. Glitter gel pens might be nice, metallic gel pens, that sort of thing. Or even, you'd have to have a really fine detail brush. You could use metallic watercolour, but you'd have to have a really, really fine detail brush to get into all these little bits. This one's tiny. And I'm going to go straight into the middle. I'm going to go straight into the middle with that colour, and I think that's everything. Everywhere I want to be with that. I'm going to put some dotting detail in on as well, like we did with this one. I'm going to continue that on this side, so it won't be as noticeable because obviously yellow things show up on lighter colours, but I will put some white dotting details on as well, which will show up better than the gold. But when the light moves, you will see it more. Let me just check where I've put it. Maybe a little bit more around here. That'll do, and we'll get some white details in now. So white gel pen. Let me test it off on the side of me. And again, I'm going to go in and follow the dots that Johanna's already made. We're going to make those white ones, and I'm going to put extras in as well, because why not? We like the white gel pen details. I get carried away with them. So it's the same on all 4 of these. I saw in the paper, no, it wasn't in the paper, it was on Facebook, a little article, you know, them news articles, where they break down what news has been on that day. There was an article saying that it's being discussed whether to change the 6 weeks, kids' 6 weeks summer holidays to 4, but then they'll distribute the extra 2 weeks over the rest of the year. So perhaps it'll end up, how this week they had a week off school for half term, they might have 2 weeks at that point. They're just on about redistributing the holidays. I don't know whether I agree with it or not. I mean, 6 weeks is a lot, and if your kids are wild and you just can't entertain them for that amount of time, it can be a lot. And it does feel like longer than that anyway, doesn't it? It always feels longer. But on the other hand, I'm not sure adding on to weeks throughout the year is going to be helpful, because you're going to have longer periods of time off when it's cold. Like this week that they've just had off, we've not been able to do anything or go anywhere because it's absolutely been freezing. It's been chucking it down with rain. So if you added on another week to that, it's like you can't do nothing. Whereas in the summer holidays, you can go out and do things, even if it's only the park. If you've no money for constantly going on trips, even if it's just the park, you can go to the park in the summer when it's nice. You don't want to go in the winter, do you? I'm going to pop in some little details here as well. So yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. Nothing might come of it. I mean, they might change it, they might not. They've discussed it a few times. But yeah. Right, where else should we go with this? You don't have to put your dots where I'm putting them either. You can put them wherever you want. It's up to you. I'm going to add some in around the background as well. Maybe some bigger ones and smaller ones. I think I can hear a road sweep outside. Maybe that or a very noisy buzz engine. Where have we not been with this white? Up here. Let's have a look. I think I'm going to leave it at that. Quite like that. Very pretty. Very pretty. So let's zoom out. Let's zoom out. I can always see better when we zoomed out. I've got the charger wire stuck around my leg. That's not good. There's an emergency vehicle going past, so if you've got earphones in, you might want to take them out. Can't get a video when we've got an emergency vehicle around you. You get used to it after a while of being over here on my channel. Fire engine that time. Not very often we get fire engines. Normally police. But yeah, I love that. That's a really nice colour combination. So thank you to whoever suggested that one. I love it. I love it. I think the gold Posca just makes it as well. Just that added bit of something. So the next one is going to be this one, and it's going to be pink and green. So I know for definite I want that pink and green. It'll be green in the background, it'll be pink florals. This one, I've no idea, so please drop me a comment down below what should we go for colour scheme for this one. I'm thinking maybe brown with something. Do you think brown with something? But I don't know what. Who knows? let me know down below. Don't forget to hit that big thumbs up on your way out, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye everyone.